In this video, I'm going to be going over the top 5 best buy now cards at each position right now in NBA 2K25 My Team. We'll be going over the top 5 best buy now point guards, best buy now shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and centers as well, all for under 100,000 MT. If you guys are wondering maybe what is a buy now card, that is, like I said, just any card that is under 100,000 MT that you can buy for a buy now price instead of having to go ahead and bid on cards for like a couple 100,000 or 500,000 millions of MT. These are going to be the best cards at each position, the top 5 for under 100,000 MT. So for the top 5 best buy now point guards, I think at number 5, he's nowhere near 100k, but it's going to be Pink Diamond Zach LaVine. He's only like 25 to 30k, but I still think he's very good at the point guard position and is a very good offensive point guard. 6'5" at point guard, 6'8" wingspan. Yes, the defense isn't great. It's not great by any means, but he's still very good offensively with a great jump shot. He's got a 99 driving dunk, 98 vertical, Hall of Fame poster. He's got Hall of Fame Deadeye, Limitless, Set Shot, Shifty Shooter. His badges are amazing. His dunking is elite, and he also has a pretty good jump shot. Definitely one of the better, I would say, buy now point guards in this game. Now, number 4 is going to be LaMelo Ball, and is he necessarily worth his price? I would say, honestly, not really worth his price tag, but he's still a very good point guard for under 100k. He's only like maybe 70 to 80,000 MT right now, and that's not bad for LaMelo. Like 6'7" point guard, 6'10" wingspan. Obviously, he has his dark matter card, which is a lot better than this, but still, I mean, he's got his jump shot on normal timing, which is not a bad jump shot. He's tall, like he's 6'7" at point guard. I think there's a lot better options that we'll talk about here in this video, obviously in the next 3, but I think LaMelo Ball is not a horrible option if you guys have this card, or if you guys like LaMelo cards. He's definitely not a horrible point guard. Number 3 though is going to be Gilbert Arenas. This card I just find to be absolutely insane at the point guard position, at least offensively. I really do like this card quite a bit. 6'4" point guard, 6'9" wingspan. I think his defense is solid enough. 90 steal, 93 perimeter. His stats and his badges are great, but where I think the thing I think where this card really excels is that jump shot and also his dribble sigs. I think he's got great movement. He's a good 3-hunter with a good jump shot. And yeah, for like, he's quite expensive now. I think he's like close to 100,000 MT. I still think it's not bad for Gilbert Arenas. Number 2 is going to be a very cheap card, but I think he's so good for his price tag of like 20k. And that's Pink Diamond Stephon Castle. I mean, this card is ridiculously good. 6'7" point guard, 6'9" wingspan, amazing defender, 92 steal, 92 perimeter. He's just a really good defender at point guard. 6'7" is basically a budget version of Magic Johnson. He can slash to the rim. He's got the Kyrie Irving dribble style, which is great. His jump shot is serviceable enough. And all around, you guys know I love Stephon Castle, but easily 1000% the best buy now point guard in this game, without a question in my mind, is Alex Caruso. He is seriously one of the best point guards in this game. I think he's a top 10 point guard that you guys can get for under 100k. Like, he's a top 10 point guard in the game, and you can get him for under 100k. I mean, he's one of the best value cards in this game. He is so ridiculous. He is quite expensive now compared to where he used to be. He is like 100,000 MT, but you could have got him a couple, like when he came out, for like 75k, maybe even a little bit cheaper, like 70 to 80k. So he's maybe a little bit more expensive than he used to be, but he's worth that price tag 1,000,000%. He's such a good defender. 98 steal, 98 perimeter, really good interior defense at a 90, 88 block, really good Hall of Fame defensive badges. The jump shot's good, the dribble sigs are great. I mean, this card is just amazing at the point guard position. And in my opinion, guys, these are going to be the top 5 best buy now point guards currently in my team. So moving on over to the top 5 best buy now shooting guards, I think at number 5 is going to be OG Anunoby. He is a very good defensive card, and maybe you could even have him higher on this list, potentially at number 4. He's 6'7" at shooting guard, 7'2" wingspan, and he's just a really good two-way card. He's a great defender. He can clamp up most other cards in this game, while also being a great slasher, number 1. He's got his jump shot on very quick timing, which is definitely a pretty good release. His dribble sigs are a little bit lackluster. I think that's the one kind of grudge with this card, is definitely doesn't have great movement, but OG Anunoby is insane as a two-way shooting guard for like 100,000 MT. Now, number 4 is Drazen Petrovic, and for me personally, I like Drazen just slightly more than OG because he gives you that elite level offense at that shooting guard position. And for me personally, I like to have more of an offensive card at shooting guard than defense. So for me, having Drazen is really nice. 99-3, 99-3 ball, really good jump shot. They changed his release and gave him a great jump shot. Tons of good Hall of Fame shooting badges, basically every single one you'll need in this game. And I think Drazen is such a good scorer. Yes, his one flaw is his defense is not the greatest because of his size, only being 6'5" at shooting guard, I should say. But number 3 is going to be Galaxy Opal Corver. And the thing about Corver is I think he's literally Drazen Petrovic, but taller. Pretty much that's it. They're the exact same card, 99.3, 97 mid-range, all the shooting badges in the game on Hoff you'll need. He's got his jump shot on very quick timing, which is a great jump shot. But like I said, he's pretty much just Drazen, but 2 inches taller, so he's going to play a little bit better defense in game, also because his stats are slightly better, but not really. They're about the same. It really just comes down to him having a bigger player model and also being a little bit taller at the shooting guard position. Now number 2 and number 1 I think is honestly a toss-up. I really don't know where to go with this between Ricky Davis and Dr. J. I think both these cards are amazing. Either way you go, Ricky Davis or Dr. J, I think if you pick either of these cards, you're going to love both of them. They're really, really good at the shooting guard position. Ricky Davis, in my opinion, has the better jump shot. He also has the Garland dribble style and maybe has better dribble sigs. I think he potentially could be the better defender. Like, it's such a close debate between these two shooting guards, but these are going to be my top 5 best buy now shooting guards in my team. Now, the top 5 best buy now small forwards in this game, I think at number 5 is going to be Hito Turkoglu. He's actually fairly cheap compared to the other small forwards we're going to talk about in this top 5. He's only like 50k. He's 6'10" at small forward, 6'11" wingspan. He's definitely the worst of the bunch here. Like, he isn't some crazy overpowered small forward, but he's got good size. He's got a decent enough jump shot. Devin Booker dribble style is solid. He's just another option at the small forward position, but I think all of these guys above him are definitely going to be quite a bit better. We got Pink Diamond LeBron at number 4. We got Jonathan Bender at number 3. This card is ridiculous. 7-foot small forward, quick jump shot, can shoot over the top of pretty much every single buddy in this game at the small forward position, and that height really allows him to play good defense in this game as well. And then LeBron, I mean, I know he's a day 1 card, literally came out the first day of the game dropping, but he is still so good at the small forward position. His defense is elite, his animations are top tier, and for a buy now price, I think he's definitely worth his price tag at that small forward spot. Now for number 2, might come as a surprise. I love this Jared Wallace card. I think the defense that he provides is super valuable at small forward. 6'7" at small forward, 6'10" wingspan. But take a look at these defensive stats and badges. They are seriously top tier. And the other thing is he's got a great jump shot. He's got pretty good dribble sigs as well. He's got the Garland escape, Kobe White behind the back. He's got the Zion dribble style. Good jump shot, like I mentioned. Great stats and badges. I think Jared Wallace for like 50k, who's even cheaper than a LeBron, I think it's actually a lot better at the small forward position. But number 1, boys, it's going to be Pink Diamond Michael Beasley. And you might go in the auction house right now and he might not be a buy now price. But when you guys saw my market crash video talking about the best cards to buy, you know, sort of around the market crash time, he was a buy now price. He does fluctuate quite a bit, but you guys saw in my video that he sometimes is a buy now. But even if he's like 110k, 125, I have to recommend this card, guys. He is literally insane at the small forward position. He's one of the best small forwards in this game for around 100k. You can't get much better than that. Would definitely recommend Michael Beasley, and these are going to be my top 5 best buy now small forwards. Now moving over to the top 5 best buy now power forwards, I think number 5 and number 4 could be debated, but I got Bull at number 5, and I do have Pink Diamond Hakeem at number 4. Both of these cards are fairly cheap. I think Bull is maybe 50k, Hakeem's about 35,000 MT, so sort of in that similar price range. Bull is a 7'3" power forward though, which is obviously ridiculous, and I don't think the card's that great, you know, for being a 7'3" power forward, but he is tall. He's really glitchy. He does get great animations in game, but I think you kind of have to put him here in the top 5. Hakeem Olajuwon, just a really good power forward. Like, he's going to hit wide open shots. He's going to play elite level defense. He's got a great player model, and I just absolutely love Pink Diamond Hakeem. I think for his price tag is also really good value. Now, number 2 and number 3, I think could be debated. I like Vlade just a little bit more at power forward. I think just because of his size being a little bit taller at the power forward position, and his defense is also better as well. But Vucevic has got like a really high 3 ball, a great jump shot, great Hall of Fame shooting badges. Both of those power forward options for under 100k are really, really good. Would definitely recommend both of them. But the card I can't recommend enough. I know you guys have heard me talk about this card a ton, but it's Pink Diamond Kel'el Ware, 7 foot at power forward, 7'5" wingspan. He has some of the best animations in this game. He plays such good defense. He's great at blocking shots, hitting wide open threes, slashing to the basket, pick and pop. Like, he's just a perfect power forward in this game, and he's only like 45k. So can't recommend Kel'el Ware enough. Would definitely recommend him at the power forward position. And these are my top 5 best buy now power forwards. Now going on to the top 5 best buy now centers. At number 5, I do think is going to be Tyson Chandler. I think at number 4, we're going to talk about Kel'el Ware again, because like I mentioned, he is so good at power forward, but he's also very elite at the center spot. And I think I'll actually switch that around. I think Tyson Chandler is a little bit better at center just because he's got a bigger player model, he's got better interior defense, and he's also got higher strength as well. So for me, it's very close between Kel'el Ware and Tyson Chandler at center. I think Kel'el Ware is definitely the better better card, but I think at center, I would definitely take Tyson Chandler just because of his size at the center position. But both of these cards are very, very good for a buy now price. Now, number 3 is going to be a card that's about like 25-30K, another cheapish center, and that's going to be Pink Diamond Zach Edey. And he's here because he's an absolute giant in game, 7'5" at center, 7'10" wingspan. I know he's got 57 speed. He's got that 60 agility. He's a slow card, but he's a very good interior defender. He's unstoppable in the offensive end if you come up against a smaller center card, and he is just so good for his price. And I think is a top 5 buy now center. I got him at number 3. Now, number 2, I think you can maybe argue is number 1, but I think Kristaps and Gobert, it's really just, do you want defense or do you want offense at your center position? Because Porzingis has got the way better jump shot, the way higher 3-ball, the way better shooting badges, right? So he's going to be more of an offensive center card that can hit threes more consistently. Or do you want Gobert, who's going to be a ridiculously good defender, one of the best defenders in this game, one of the best rebounders, but the flaw of him is he's not got a great 3-point shot, he doesn't have the best of jump shots, and he's a little bit inconsistent from 3. And then Porzingis' flaw is obviously not being as good defensively as Rudy Gobert. So it really comes down to for number 1 and number 2, depending what you want. But I got Gobert at number 1 and Porzingis at number 2. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my top 5s? Let me know any other really good buy now cards in the game. But these are going to be my top 5 best buy now point guards, top 5 best buy now shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and centers as well. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.